Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tom Marshall. Please remember to like and subscribe. Could this be the most Guy Ritchie film, not directed by Guy Ritchie, film of the year so far? Today we are going to look at Caught Stealing, not directed by Guy Ritchie but directed by Darren Aronofsky. Let's get into it. Okay, the film Caught Stealing is about once upon a time high school baseball prospect called Hank Thompson, that is Austin Butler's character, who was on the brink of becoming a professional baseball player. All of a sudden has a car accident, killing his friend, also destroying his knee, destroying any sort of prospects of becoming a professional baseball player. Our story takes place in 1998, a few years after the incident, and Hank is now an adult and working in a bar all hours of the night and has a completely different life to what he had before. He is survived by his girlfriend, I guess, Yvonne, who is there supporting him. She's a paramedic and is there helping him sort of get through all this and is his support system. The story is based around how he becomes embroiled in this crime caper that involves Matt Smith's character Russ, who has a giant mohawk. Russ is being chased not only by the Russians, the Jews, police officers, Puerto Ricans, basically every sort of gang in New York is after Russ. And the reason being is because he has become the banker for all their money and basically is tasked to look after the money. And so everyone is after him because he bolts off back to England. He is an Englishman and he's basically in England because his father dies, and so they think that he's running away with the money. And so Austin Butler's character Hank basically gets caught up being his neighbour, looking after his cat. He's like next on the list, and so he gets embroiled in this sort of 4 or 5 way battle for this money, and chaos ensues. It is an absolute wild story. This film, I feel, is really good. Darren Aronofsky does a really good job at giving you the crime caper and shot it very well. And he's chose his cast really good as well. Austin Butler, I feel, is the standout performer in this. You really sort of see a whole range of emotions that he sort of exudes in this performance. Also, I think Matt Smith does a great job of being sort of like the comedy relief, even though he sort of dips in and out of the film. I personally would have liked to see more of Matt Smith myself, mainly as a fan of his and of Doctor Who and his portrayal of him. And he is really good. And from what I understand, it's closer to him than all his other roles. And he uses his own accent, which is great because Americans have been stuck with Oliver Twist as a reference point and think that that's how all English people speak. So thank God we have Matt Smith to the rescue to sort of destroy that reference point because it's been far too long. Come on now. Come on. Also, Zoe Kravitz does a good job as the girlfriend. However, I would like to have seen more of her. She doesn't have an awful lot to do. She just basically is his support throughout the whole film. Regina King as the corrupt police officer in this, she does a great job also. However, there are times where I found certain characters felt Like I had no idea why they were there. For instance, Bad Bunny plays a Puerto Rican sort of gangster, just turns up out of nowhere, and you're just like, oh, okay. And you can certainly tell he's making a lot of choices in his acting. He's sort of chewing the scenery, as it were. So, and not to say that it was bad or anything, but like if you're going to go for it, like really sort of go for it. Like you, just look at Nicolas Cage, prime example. Go full Nick Cage, without doubt. Tonally, I feel it is a little bit all over the place. 1 minute you're in the year 1998 and you've got flip phones and you've got all sorts going on, and it's very of that time. In other times, it is straight out of the 80s and just have no idea which era it's in, unless New York in 1998 still looked like the 80s. I don't know. I don't know. So it, in that respect, I felt like it was just a little bit all over the place. But like I said, the performances are really, really good. It's almost a bit of a joke. Like there's a scene where they go into a bar and it's basically like a policeman, a Mexican, an Englishman, and an American walk into a bar. It's like the butt of the joke, isn't it? It's quite funny. There's some really great action sequences, some mad shots around New York. I have no idea how they filmed it. I wonder if they've like shut down certain parts, and but it definitely felt like New York was a character in of itself. What I did find was it very much felt like a Guy Ritchie type film, where you have multiple gangs of different types of people all going for this one thing. Like, for example, in Lock Stock, it was the two rifles that were worth like millions. I think in Snatch, the diamonds were worth millions, and all these different types of gangs and different coincidences. It definitely had that type of a feel to it. Not to say that that's a bad thing or anything, but like it's a trope and a caper that we kind of have seen before in the past. However, it was quite hard to recognise at first, but the two Jewish characters who take Austin Butler's character Hank hostage are also very funny, as they have this sort of juxtaposition of being like very hospitable and homely whilst also being violent maniacs. It's really, really strange. But it took a while, but I figured it was Liev Schreiber and Vincent D'Onofrio, and they're wearing all this makeup on, and props to the makeup team. Did a tremendous job there. Just covered them head to toe in hair, and yeah, it was pretty incredible what they did. So it's kind of a mixed bag. On the other hand, overall, very good film, and definitely recommend you go and see it. Austin Butler does really shine in this film, and he really does have a lot of range. I can't say enough about him. Like he's on the rise at the minute, and sort of veering away from sort of doing the biopics, from Elvis. You saw his progression from Elvis to Dune. Now he's sort of delving more into sort of the independent sort of art house type films, sort of moving away from like the big blockbusters, which is great, because he's done that and now he's starting to show his range a little bit more. So yeah, definitely go and see this film in the cinema to get the full scope of it. It is very funny in places which shouldn't be funny. It's a good time. It's a good time. If you want full nostalgia as well, there's a lot of that going on at the same time. So go check it out. Thoroughly enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video.